oh, well, we were doing this wrong and we were overfacing here and this and that, and you learn from it massively. But it's situational, right? Firstly, there's not a lot they can learn from that ancient game. They were just steamrolled, right? And it wasn't even like Mongols were playing orthodox Counter-Strike. They were just charging in every single round and mowing them down. And secondly, yeah, this isn't the time for this. This is the lower bracket, closed qual. You've only got 4 teams in here, 1 spot for IEM Sydney. There's no time to be accepting defeat. Have to bounce back here. Mirage, second map of the series. It's Mongols map pick, and they're 1 up in the series. ATOX, nothing here. Will to defend this A bomb site as the smokes rain over.
Absolutely fresh slate, and they've got to put this to the best of their abilities here. It does look like it's a little bit rough already. Opening picks go in the way of Mongols here, but keeping it competitive. 2-on-3, man advantage. Bomb yet to go down though.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't get a smoke into CT, so they are just taking the gunfights and continuing to lose them. Dobu with another, puts it into a 2-on-2. Dink is there, but hasteka has to win this fight on ramp, but he can't. Yami quicker. And there we go. All right, ATOX off to a better start here on Mirage. Now, I mean, it doesn't take a lot, does it?
I was going to say, the bar wasn't particularly high, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a very high bar to set, is it? But it's good. Yeah, they win the round. And they've got a chance to maybe take another here. The Mongols, with the bomb plant and 3 kills, will probably go for a force. Quick pause before we get underway with that. And actually, interesting, I could hear the clicks in the chat at the start of the pistol round, and I did think that a pause was coming before we got started in pistol. So it'd be interesting to see when they called that pause, because I think they called the pause right at the start of the round.
Potentially, yeah, potentially, which might mean we may see, depending on why it was called, when it was called, we may actually have to see this round redone. If they called the pause before it started, for technical reasons or whatever, it wouldn't be fair for them to have that round counted against them. But we will have to find out and see. We were talking briefly before, of course, we were zoomed into Mirage. Definitely an interesting one, and they've got a clean slate here to work with. They've got a chance to reset, and it looks like they've taken the first opportunity pretty well. And, you know, already got a quarter of the rounds they got last map. You know, it's good stuff.
Yeah, especially if they do get to keep that pistol round, right? It's
if they get to keep that pistol round,
little chance to sort of build up a bit of a base. We'll see, though.
We will indeed.
Everyone's still in the server, which is always a good sign, right?
I think so.
Well, it looks like they are.
I think everyone's still in. It might be an issue with someone's peripherals or something. That happens a lot at these events. It's I know a couple of people that work at things like that do IEM clone stuff, and they're like, yeah, the number of things that we have as backups in case like mice break is crazy. Monitors, you know, there's a lot of history of CS players punching monitors.
Yeah. Stewie2K's famous desk incident. Oh man, that was class.
There's been so many, you know, just name a couple. Actually, I can't name any recently. I haven't been able to keep too much up with the punching monitor scene. You
know about that one? You heard about that one before? Stewie2K breaking the desk?
Yeah, breaking the desk.
Yeah, that was good.
There's been a couple. Punched a monitor. I think it was last year.
Config punched a person? Oh wait, no, that was something different.
No. We're not allowed to make that edgy of a joke, you know, we've got to be careful. But it looks like we're back into the game. No round resets as well. So we will just be kicking off where we left.
Oh, round number 2, 1-0. Guns out as well for Mongols. Rifles on 3. Tech 9 and a Deagle for Techno and hasteka. And a slow approach, but it looks like it is going to be an A execution once again. This time I'm going to try and funnel out a Palace a little bit. They did well with the opening duels. They just struggled to hold the site because they didn't have the util. Now they've got some smokes in hand. I think they might have better success. We'll see.
It turns out the smoke's going to be completely disrespected there as they will push on into site anyway. Not so much success though. A lot of those weapons drop. Rapid fire Deagle spam. Not going to find anything there. bLitz desperately trying to keep hold and gets 2 actually.
Yeah,
willful,
a bit of damage. I mean, not a great round. Not a great round for the Mongols, but at the end of the day, bLitz found himself a couple there. adds a bit of money to the bank, makes things a little more expensive for the CT side as well, forces them to reinvest a couple of weapons. But 2-0 should be a comfortable third here too. So yeah, very good start here for ATOX. As the Mongols have looked, they haven't looked great in these first couple of rounds, have they? It's just
we're only
been
2 rounds
yeah,
in. It's early days.
It's early days. It is very early days, but both rounds seemed very lackluster. They weren't trading off each other. They weren't hitting their shots. So yeah, hopefully start of better things to come. Hasteka says yes, please, and hits a lovely deagle shot to get things rolling.
And that is an A1S in their hands as well. And no longer in their hands, actually. In their hands for all but a couple of seconds there. Keeping them at advantage. Health is looking very low for a couple of these players.
Oh, lovely shot from Mick. With the man advantage for the CTs. Coolest. Oh, pokes up. Good bit of damage, but hasteka strips his head clean off his shoulders. And look at the health. Mick's on 1 point of it. Dobu on 5. It's really on Kabal's shoulders here to make this happen. His teammates can try and sound the alarm, can draw a bit of attention away.
Very much acting as canaries
Surely
here.
Can't be of much use. Oh. Okay, Kabal recovering things.
Deagle still in hand, could still be dangerous, but bomb is not in a particularly nice location. And
That's
that will...
They're all one hits.
It could so easily have gone south very quickly there, very easily. If Kabal had been anywhere else on the map, hadn't taken that opportunity when he did, could have gone south. But does, and we see third round on the board for ATOX, looking a lot better at the moment. But full buy, it could all change here. This is one of the first proper full buy rounds that we'll see, and we've got the double AWP coming out already here. Couple of shots fired off here, a little bit of damage done on a couple of the players. Hot shot through the wall, not quite going to find anything. They are going to creep forward a little bit. Yami, tunnel visioned in this window.
Lovely stuff. Alright, I'm back. That was the quickest restart. I kicked my power button. It was
Oh,
impressive.
you kicked your power button?
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Didn't
you
even
did go
notice I
radio
was
silent.
gone.
Got a little bit worried.
Yeah, well, that was a wicked quick restart, right? That
You
was
didn't
impressive.
even leave Discord. That was...
I did.
Did you? I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Sneaky.
Oh. Ooh.
Well, still a man advantage for the CT side, but I'm not really sure what they're doing here. Yami's just walked up, making a load of noise with his knife out. That was a very dangerous game to be playing, and to be honest, he's lucky that Hasteka's whiffed his shots. Smoke into Con. Coolest, the last man, the last line of defense here, stopping the bomb from going down on the A site, and he's able to do so. 9-10. Yeah, not going to clear his corners, not going to clear out ramp. So 4-0, Mongols back down to no cash. This isn't a great start, especially considering how the last map went. This is, yeah, actually a nice recovery for ATOX. I'm surprised that they've come into this the way they have.
It is, and it's really good to see, because we were a little bit worried coming into this, coming off of such a detrimental loss as well. You know, that we were a little bit worried how they were going to sort of fare mentally. It looks like they have reset. It looks like they're coming in strong. Maybe using that first map as fuel for the fan. Fanning the fuel of the fire. I can't speak today. You know what I'm on about. Fanning the fire, fueling the fire.
Fanning the fuel to the fire.
Fanning the fuel to the fire, you know?
I feel you. Man advantage then. Techno low, but he's only got a Tech 9, so not too problematic. Hasteka's going to hear the spams in connector as well, so well aware. Doesn't fancy popping in any bullets himself. He's got an AKs, those bullet tracers. Very, very visible. Instead, will work his way around and, yeah, find the kill with the advantage. So, days, AWP shot misses. Tech 9's going to charge it down to make sure that it is carried across into the next. And, yeah, nice little turnaround, to be honest, for Mongols. Only the pistols get it done. It could be the start of better things to come here for the T's.
Absolutely, and stopping the momentum really early on was something that ATOX really should have, really could have done with doing in the first map as well. You know, letting it get ahead of you so early on is a little problematic. But they've managed to stop it from snowballing too far too quickly. And hopefully if they can build up on a little bit of this, you know, having a look at the weapons that are in the hands of ATOX, this could very well be a round that they take.
Coolest on the angle, little gap in this smoke. This could be big. He's going to try and aggress a little bit off of the back of it, but yeah, doesn't want to overstep, doesn't want to overstay his welcome there in the apartments either, so this gets reeled in a tad. Bomb over towards the T-spawn though. Look how aggressive they are. Mick and Yami have seen the bomb. That's it. They could just stay put. Now, it's kind of a horrible position to be holding. They've got no cover whatsoever. But it'll be a freebie onto the AWPer. 910 doesn't know what's hit him. That's the danger of leaving the bomb in the T-spawn and not having control of both ramp and palace. Fast trade from Techno, but the bomb's still in an awkward spot. And less than a minute on this clock. They need to make a decision. Yami. Oh, wow. Lovely from bLitz.
Now, this has been some just raw individual talent getting these shots here. ATOX absolutely had the play there, absolutely had the read, you know, the flank round, just beautiful positioning. And it has just been raw individual firepower that has sort of halted this. Beautiful kill there.
Hasteka. That's big. It's a big time for it as well. Just to cut off any opportunity flank for the retake. This was an ATOX round through and through, right? They pushed all the way through ramp. They had the bomb down in the T-spawn. They had the first kill as well. The fact that they have dropped the ball here is just baffling.
It is. It really, really should have been there around there. Just trying to get rid of some of the weapons from play as well here. Make sure that nobody gets their hands on them.
I don't know why he's throwing a FAMAS out the map.
Maybe
he's just
a little
throwing
bit funny,
his AK out. There isn't any AK. Right, okay, he's got it.
It's like when you're in an Inferno spawn and you're saving and you can play noughts and crosses, you know. There's not really much to do. Maybe got a little bored. No one was really hunting him, so I can't see any reason why.
Random useless guns out of the map. Fun,
why
fun,
not?
fun.
You know, they're going to disappear at the end of the round. Might as well have a little fun with it.
Yeah, give them to a local villager or something, and yeah. All right, I feel you.
You know, donating.
Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Ooh. Spotted at the edge of the smoke there. There will be kills going in both directions there.
Oh, lovely from Cool Last. Hasteka drops as well. Cool Last is just picking them apart. This is a nice little turnaround. Not sure what's been said in the freeze time of this round, but ATOX have come in with just a different attitude.
And
Cool
it's
Last
working.
hungry for those kills, playing for those early fights, and it works nicely.
Not really much that they can do here. Both of them quite far removed. Cool Last might have an opportunity for another. Now bLitz desperately just trying to find a little bit of space. Will lose their life. Bomb will go down in the middle of nowhere. And that is a 5th round on the board to ATOX, already beating their sort of scoreline from last map. Almost doubled it already, actually. This is really good to see. This is the attitude and the fire that we really needed to see from them coming into this. We will see the Mongols calling a little bit of a timeout here as well, trying to make sure that they get their heads screwed on straight before it gets too far out of their hands, which it already looks like it's doing a little bit. You know, the rounds that they have got haven't been particularly dominant, but the rounds that ATOX have been doing, it has been a complete night and day sort of comparison here.
Yeah, it definitely has. And it's been weird because we haven't seen too many close rounds, have we? We haven't seen any kind of wild clutch situations or anything like that so far. It has really been just clean cut for both sides. 5-2 then. Guns back out. 9-10 with an AWP in hand. Call us with one on the other side. So no contingencies in either buy.
Nope.
And look how fast Techno is into the apartments. Is he trying to go for an early pick? No. Slows it right down once he gets there.
Taking the space. Not really going to push too far with it. He's sort of spearheading this. Bomb in hand here.
Oh, bad timing on the incendiary. Hasteka, unlucky that he couldn't actually find the kill, but yeah, they just keep bombarding him. They've got a man over towards the ladder room as well, so things get damn awkward. And Hasteka will finish off the job. Finally, the man advantage, a minute left to tick.
It does look like they're all just going to back away a little bit, head back over towards A. Taking the scenic route, though. Gives them time, however. I think they've read this. You can see them moving a couple of people back over. More worried about the mid presence, though. Of which there is none. Makes sort of the canary there to the oncoming onslaught. Kills going back and forth here. Favouring Mongols ever so slightly in regards to health.
Oh, and now going to favour them even further because they've got the sight. The bomb goes down. And the fuse on the round adds a whole load of pressure to the CTs, especially with only one kit in play. Big kill from Mizuno. And whilst they've spotted the AWP, 910's just not giving them anything. Not giving them any opportunity to take that fight and win it. So they'll back right away. They'll carry these 2 rifles into the next. They can see that, yeah, the money's kind of sparse, right? If they save these 2 rifles, they'll have enough in the next. Because Corliss, Dobbo, Kabal,
they're throwing more weapons out.
So it's all just about dropping Yami, and then it's happy days.
It is. Now, 3-5 is looking good, of course, for both teams here. ATOX with the advantage, of course. Mongols keeping it fairly close, though, not letting them get too far ahead, too many steps ahead. Trying to keep in sort of close quarters with it. But timeout coming in here first from ATOX as well. What do you think they're talking about in this one, then?
Oh,
If you to hazard a guess, if you're just
Okay. It's going to be about this A site, right? It's going to be about what's going wrong on A, and maybe trying to pull one of the B players into playing short. They've kind of had no short presence whatsoever. So in these kind of scenarios where they are losing this early mid control and it's costing them the A bomb site, having that extra man just playing on towards short early and not having to like boost someone like they did in last round where they had 2 players in window and they had to boost someone into the ladder room just to have a bit of versatility in middle. Just having one of the B players just leaning over towards that short position, I think, is probably the answer to some of their problems. But we'll see. We'll see. 3 players running over towards it. No, okay, right. I thought maybe we'd see 2 go B and then we'd have a short player, but no, instead they just go for the boost again. So
they go for the boost.
Fair play. They've still got one on short though, so we'll see what they can do with it. And a slower approach from the Mongols as well, so they're not going to be punishing anybody for these kind of plays. I like the aggression on short here from Corliss, but he needs support from his teammate. There it is. Yami playing anti. Flash is good, and there's the first. Corliss, relentless, pressing further forward, wants another, but needs to be careful, so he reels it right in.
Knew that there was 2 there, saw a little bit of the boost there, but doesn't really want to lose their life. Gets the first one, doesn't really want to keep, really wants to keep hold of that man advantage. Ooh. Jump spot spotted there. That's information for both of them. You can see. Ooh.
Rough.
Bringing it back though.
Yeah, finally Yami traded, and with bLitz taking another, actually brings it into a 3-on-3. Kabal down towards the van. He's kind of soft checked, but yeah, they don't clear it hard enough. His teammate's there to support as well, and the bomb. Well, it was starting to work its way around, but it was really, really reliant on that entry being found. And as soon as it isn't, they're in a spot of bother. Mick takes one more. And Mizuno's hoping that this site will be left empty, but it's not. And Kabal's actually still sat where he was 30, 40 seconds ago and should be able to finish things off. So there it is. 6 on the board here for the ATOX squad. And not bad at all. Yeah, they're pulling it back together. They're still maintaining this control. Showing that, yeah, taking the pistol round and a couple of rounds early on off of the back of it wasn't just an anomaly. It wasn't just a one-off. They're keeping control of Mirage.
They are indeed, and it's really great to see. Looked it's a little bit disjointed from the Mongols at times. And, you know, look, having a look at this as well, we've got a little bit of a scrappy buy here, which is, I quite enjoy them because we see some really interesting Counter-Strike played when the weapons are very mismatched. Curious to see what they want to do with it. They are leaning heavily over towards B here, but unfortunately they will be met with a lot of bodies on the ground.
Fast play into the B site, then they're going to try and change the tempo, and, well, it works for the first frag, but actually things start to fall apart after that. Kabal even swapping out to his USP, swaps out to a Deagle that's on the floor, and yeah, it's... Oh, all right, big damage, big damage from Kabal. Plays that beautifully. Little crossfire that he had going on with the bench site player was beautiful, and it works very, very nicely. 7-3, they shut down the fast, aggressive push, and now the Mongols back down to the pistols. Should be a freebie here for ATOX.
Should be. Well,
and
we have seen
to secure themselves the half at the very least, which would be quite nice.
We've seen these Deagles do a lot of damage though, so I'm not willing to count them completely out. Now, definitely should be a round that they won't want to take too many casualties on. Although, having said that, I speak too quickly. 2 kills in quick succession there. 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, Deagles are Deagles, right? Deagles can have some big impact with Kevlar, but Deagles without Kevlar against the rifles, yeah, you haven't got a lot of chance. You've got to be really quick. Yeah, you are very squishy. You got to be very, very quick to the headshots to really get away with anything there. Can bLitz be quick enough? No, he can't. Kabal's going to finish things off, so 8-3. There it is. The half secured for ATOX, and there's still 4 rounds left to be played, so a chance for them to extend this even further and give their opponents a taste of their own medicine.
Absolutely, and I'm really happy to see this. I'm really happy to see them not disenfranchised by that first map. And we keep talking about it, but it really was a dominant victory, and that can lay very heavily on you. But they've come back, they're biting back, and it's one hell of a series. If this keeps up, you know, they've already won the half. It's just how much more they can get, and this is one of the maps that isn't two-sided towards either team. There's definitely a slight CT sort of bias here. But it's not a huge deal. It's not like, you know, the overpasses and nukes we've seen today. It's a lot closer. So them winning, and if they can put a couple more rounds on the board, it's a very, very dominant half.
Oh, here we go. AWP on both sides again. bLitz trying to get something out of this. Early scope in. He's been boosted by his teammate again, just to have that deep sightline into connector. No one facing him, though. It's Corliss to find that opening pick instead.
He's pushing up. I think he wants more.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, what? Corliss, maybe getting a little too big for his boots there, but fair play to him. 2 massive kills.
Creeping around with that AWP as well. Spot something.
Ooh, close.
Headshots with the AWP, very difficult to hit as well. Saw the head, wasn't quite able to click on it.
Oh, it's a big kill from Mizuno. This could completely turn the tides of the round. Because the bomb's already on its way to the A site. 910's sat in window, so should be able to cut off the murder hole rotate. There it is. And yeah, this round's flipped on its head completely. This was a 4v3 and a 4v3 nonetheless. With Techno on low health, with 910 on low health. And it's flipped on its head completely. Kabal's now got a 1-on-3 clutch to pull. Doable, definitely, especially with Techno low. But a lot to do here. 2 players to sniff out. And he's only got a single flashbang.
Oh, spotted on the drop down there. Beautiful. A little bit of BM there, a little bit of spray into the body. Now, that's got to be good, you know, putting another round on the board. They've still got to double their rounds now to reach where ATOX is. But it's looking hopeful, but they've got to build something upon this. We've said time and time again, it's all well and good getting that round on the board, but if it is just a one and done, it's not great. It's not great for the economy. It's not great for morale. You've really got to string something together here.
So nades raining in Techno. Ooh. Can't quite catch it early on.
Ooh, burning alive there.
Oh, some hamster in the smoke, though, does do some damage, but Yeah, Kabal's going to send it right back the other way. You spam him with the AK, he sees the bullet traces. He's going to punish you. Coolest, bad timing. And I can't help but feel he's overdoing this a little bit in middle. He's had a couple of rounds now where he's getting super aggressive, taking these really high initiative plays, and it's fine. It's working out for him, or at least it has been. But you can't push mid every round with an AWP. You can't push underpass every round with an AWP. You have to pick your moments because... yeah, if you pick your moments, then you catch them off guard and it works. If you do it every round, then they're ready for you and then you're punished. And then it's just a big old waste of money and a big old waste of an early advantage.
Absolutely. And we have seen the Mongols absolutely punishing for this repeat behavior as well. You know, they're sort of becoming predictable and the Mongols are just catching on to that. You know, we saw on Ancient, they saw that the A site was definitely a weak spot on both sides there. So they kept abusing it. And if they notice that this AWP is going mid and getting a little too big for its britches sometimes, they will punish that. Clean kill there.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's gunfights like that the Mongols just come out on top in, right? If he loses that duel, then all of a sudden it's a 1v1 and it becomes so winnable for Dobu, but now becomes tricky.
Ooh.
Coming in from apps, they seem to be very aware of his position as well. They've already flashed him, even though they don't know that he's in the apartments. Shown that they're very aware. They line up for him. Okay, that was dangerous. The hasteka recovers, spins, finds it, can't retrieve the AWP, and actually, it's a bit of a shame because they don't have enough money for one.
They don't. That got scary. I got worried for a second there. As you said, they lined up. The spray just held down the trigger there and did so much damage. That so easily could have swung the other way there. But 5th on the board. They will be relegated back to an eco, little ATOX. And we do see an AWP coming out here for 9-10.
This is a shame for ATOX, actually, that they've done so well this half, but one round loss like that, and they're kind of broken. Economically, CT side, money, just difficult to manage, and they're down to a full eco here.
Hey, M&J.
Yeah?
Look at Kabal and Mick.
Yeah, they're super aggressive.
Oh, they've got Zeus's!
Oh, no!
They've got Zeus's!
Oh, no.
I saw it just a second too late. There's still another Zeus on the... Will we get a double Zeus round?
No way. No way!
Whip around! And even if this doesn't go their way, they are the winners in our hearts now.
But they could still win this. It's a 3-on-3. The pressure's on. The bomb's completely by itself on the B bomb side. And if they can catch out bLitz, then this becomes very doable. He's down to 4 HP. Deagle retrieved. Caller can get this done. He's being flanked, though. And it all starts to fall apart a little bit. And a shame, a great big shame that they couldn't pull that their way. But a double Zeus round? Oh, I don't believe it.
The only 2 kills that round from the Zeus, which, of course, Zeus, correct me if I'm wrong, not particularly good on economics in terms of return on investment.
I've always said. You should get way more money for getting a Zeus. Because I'd argue it's harder to get a Zeus kill than, like, a knife kill.
It's so situational as well, and sometimes it just doesn't work sometimes. I agree with you. It should be worth the same as a knife kill, in my opinion. It's a close quarter sort of kill.
Or at least, like, 900.
Or at least 900. You gotta get something from it. But, you know, a memorable clip is what we've got from this. Absolutely beautiful round. ATOX, no matter how this game goes, are winners in my heart. Okay,
well, at least that's one take home. I'm not sure they're going to be as happy about it as you are. If they do end up losing. But we'll see. It seems like a bit of momentum, a bit of wind in the sails of the Mongols now, as they've taken a couple of really clean rounds towards the tail end of this first half, and I think that I only expect them to play better Counter-Strike when they move over to the other side as well. So somewhat worrying. Couple of really nice kills to close things out, though. 8-7 at the halfway point. We're going to go to a 3-minute break. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Second half, 8-7 at the halfway point for ATOX, which is quite the turnaround, considering how the first map went. But the Mongols, towards the tail end of their T side, did start to pick up a bit of momentum. We might see that carry across. Mizuno with the Julies, a little bit of util around it as well, a nade and a flash. And on the other side of things, it's Glocks all round, but a smoke and 2 flashbangs to work with as well, as they group up and head over towards this B site.
Absolutely. Immediate good right off the bat there. Flashbang's good, and the HE is good for another as well. Kills going back and forth. Nobody having a man advantage here. I speak a little too quickly. The trades are impeccable. Yami just pulling their team into an advantage here.
Oh, okay. Big kill from Coolest. 910 just can't seem to hit these heads either. And so awkward to dodge all three. They're all trying to fight him. They're all trying to face him. And he needs to try and isolate a Jewel, but they're playing together. They are not allowing him to take any of them as a singular unit, and Yanni's going to finish things off. 9-7 and a big pistol round from ATOX.
Absolutely. This was one of the rounds that, in the little break that we were talking about, we said that this is one of the rounds that would be very impactful to how the rest of this is going to go. Really set the teams up for the next couple of rounds, push them into double digits as well. So we're not likely to see much coming up from the Mongols here. Wasn't a particularly great round, so we will see a little bit of a quieter round here. Not even a PC utility, actually. You see a little bit of an upgraded pistol there, P250, but that's about it.
Well, smoke into window.
Oh, true, true.
Oh no, but that's the T smoke. I'm not.
That's
I'm
the
just
T. I was going to say,
I'm just saying they smoked. No, I wasn't correcting you. I was just saying they smoked window. Full stack over towards the B bomb site though, and I think that it's kind of been read. It's been realised that A is completely empty, so the C4 will be retrieved. They'll go planted on A. And for the Mongols, they're going to probably use this as a bit of an impromptu timeout, bit of a chance to just sort of talk things over and not feed their opponents, right? They don't want to be like running into them, feeding them, especially if they've got Mac 10s and things like that. Big kill to take an AK is fantastic, and to be honest, of all the guns that should be hunting there, it shouldn't be down to AK-47. So yeah, now protect the president. Try and keep that AK for the next.
Absolutely, and that decoy. You know, you gotta keep what you can.
Maybe he can throw the decoy and it'll throw him off.
True. That is the point of decoys, is to throw you off.
Aha! He's just appeared on our minimap for no reason. Maybe he's over here.
We will see they are wanting to try take a couple of them out of the round. We'll get bLitz. Not much more that will be done here, though. Oh, I tell a lie. Techno will also fall as well.
Yeah,
why would you feed that?
I don't get it. I don't get that either. I'm not really sure why they're feeding him there. Now, to be fair, as soon as they confirm that like it's a Galil, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not as bad as fighting a Mac 10 or something in that situation. But considering that they've not contested the round whatsoever, so they've given up any opportunity to win the round, they've not really contested any exit frags either, so to sit and stay put the entire round and not die and then peek in the final second after time, doesn't make a lot of sense. Big opening kill from hasteka though. He follows up with another, and okay, nice little turnaround, to be honest. Early 2-man advantage, not a single point of damage taken from the CTs, and that's certainly one way to put your foot down.
I was talking bad about them and decided to switch it up.
Yeah, they got fed up with me.
That was a beautiful nade landing on top of their head there. Yami, 2 kills for the round to keep this equal as well. Third, even. Absolute turret here. Keeping hold of this site.
Awkward. Mizuno comes out on top, puts it back into an even situation, and actually it's pretty dead even. 2 of them around the 25 HP mark, and the other in full health. Playing a 1-1 setup, Bomb and its teammate working its way around to this A site, where Mizuno's just sat patient behind the ticket booth. They haven't got...
They've got a bit of utility.
Tons of time. Yeah, I mean, the CTs haven't got any util. The thing is, what that worries me is ATOX have got loads of it. They could volley him, they could nade him, they could cause him all sorts of problems.
And all that they have to answer with is a flash. Footsteps
things
will
are
give
eerily
away
quiet.
there.
There we go. Yeah, they're gonna molly him, but ooh.
The
Swings
damage
out.
is
One more
good.
bullet would have done it, but yeah, the damage is good. Makes this doable for Techno.
Let's gonna creep forward here.
Oh, he's just got so many angles to clear. This is so awkward. It has been planted safe, but yeah, Dobu's ready for him. Lovely stuff. I mean, the recovery there from ATOX is fantastic. After the two-man disadvantage, the fact that they're able to swing that their way is pretty magical. We will still see somewhat of a buy here for the CT side. Mizuno kind of jumping into it a little too soon, to be honest. But he has still got 1,400, so he'll be able to buy into the next regardless.
You know, hero rifle.
That, yeah, he's got a rifle. 910's on a full eco, so he can have an AWP in the next round.
True. And that would definitely be the firepower they need to get back into this, because they have been struggling a little bit here, and that HE grenade is massive.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Lovely little double spray for Kabal, and that's actually taken the M4 out of the equation as well. bLitz up close, P250. Might have had a chance at a freebie there, but no one's going to be walking into him dry. Not after a two-man advantage.
The patient side, the dedication to this angle.
Nope, he's hard cleared. See ya.
And that is an absolutely flawless round there. A little bit of damage done onto Kabal, but other than that, can't really complain at that. We will see, as you said, the AWP coming out on 910 here. Hopefully this is the firepower that they need to try to bite back a little bit. They are falling slightly behind on rounds here. The money isn't looking great for them either. So hopefully 910 gonna find something here in mid. In mid? Are they sending in mid?
Oh, here we go. Galil in play for Dobu, but for everyone else, it's the AKs. On the other side of things, the defense, they're pretty stacked up. M4s, an AWP, 910. There's a couple of bullets come his way through the smoke and doesn't want to stick around. So falls away from the middle of connector. We'll play it from the top end. As soon as his smoke fades, he's going to be a little bit exposed, though. So needs to be careful. He starts to reel it in a little bit. Fair bit of time already ticked on this clock, though, and ATOX haven't really taken much ground for it.
That's something that we were really saying that Corliss was struggling with, was overextending a little bit there with the AWP. So it's really good to see, you know, that 910 isn't, but I'm a little worried that it's just not actually getting the opportunity to be used at the moment.
Yeah, whilst there was a lot that you could sort of criticize on Corliss's over-aggression in middle, there was also a lot to commend on the basis that consistently he was finding himself opening picks.
True.
So yeah, we'll see how 910 will go about this kind of mid-play, how he goes about playing his AWP. Big opening kill from Kabal, but he's tanked down to 5 HP, so very, very vulnerable. As the flash comes over, looks like they're going to try and peek off a bit. bLitz fallen, trade is there. Mizuno's just confirmed that there's one more up top. Another beautiful frag pokes up the ladder, but Kabal's still there to catch him off. And Techno left in a 1v2. Not a lot of time on this bomb. Not a lot of time on this clock, sorry, to get this bomb. Kabal coming in from jungle, just there trying to sell a bit of a distraction. The molly should deny the plant. And Techno's going to be able to swing and find the frag. There it is. Oh, it's so beautiful.
What a way to end it.
Finishing off Corliss. That is just class, isn't it? Cool as ice.
It was indeed. And of course, plenty of time here. Gonna have a little bit of fun, swing the knife around a little bit. And that is that's a bit of a round where you can take a deep sigh of relief after that as well. Something they really needed to win there. We talked about their money as well. Their mental, they've got to be getting a little bit worried as well. You know, if they take it to a third map, that's a lot of CS that's being played. I worry a little bit about ATOX on that one as well. If it does go to a third map, that's 6 whole maps of Counter-Strike they've played today. And none of them, well, I said almost all of them have been pretty drawn-out maps. So that was a really important round to win. What a way to win it. Style points, absolutely. We were a little bit worried about maybe the plant not going down. I think that maybe if he'd been forced off the angle, that might have played out a little differently there, but played to perfection there.
So well played. And honestly, so difficult to maintain composure in situations like that and actually make the right decisions. Lovely bit of aggression as well for Techno there to find that opening pick. But yeah, remember, if they didn't win that round, it'd be 13-7 right now. So important that he's actually, yeah, pulled that one together.
Absolutely.
Big round win for his team.
Opening pick as well. Gives them that little spark of hope.
Interesting that they stay super aggressive here in middle, though. Even after finding that opening pick, they're not willing to give up this control. They stay posted right up to the top. And double AWP here for the T side doesn't do them any favors whatsoever. Oh, wow. All right, well, that's clean.
Doesn't get them any frags either. That's a rough one as well. 9-12, bringing it closer. 3 rounds difference here. And it's... money's messy for the T side here. Have a look. Got a couple of people, you know, on $2 grand, $2 and a bit grand. A couple of people a little bit higher as well. So they have the opportunity for a little bit of a messy buy here, but I don't think it would be wise. They are calling a timeout to sort of evaluate their options here. Now, looking at this map, what are you enjoying so far? Who have you been enjoying watching on this?
It's difficult to say in particular. I really liked hasteka on the T side. I think that his entries were just fantastic. It really felt like he was kind of the only player actually doing anything. I know that sounds really sort of harsh, but in certain scenarios, it was him sort of finding these massive entries, and then his teammates would sort of snowball off of that confidence. Obviously, the shining star, obviously the diamond in the rough, has been Kabal, though. I mean, I don't think ATOX would even be close to the scoreline that they're on right now if it wasn't for him. He's 29 and 13. And we're only 21 rounds into the game. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is just such a star-studded performance. He's had so many multi-kills. He's had so many massive rounds. And yeah, if he keeps this up, he's on for a 40 bomb. And I think that yeah, he might be able to pull this together for his team. A lot of weight on his shoulders, though. Spoken to players in the past where they're like super carrying like this, and there's a lot of pressure when you get later into the map and things start to get close. You start to feel like you're doing everything, and there's so much weight on you not to die in a round. If you want to go for something a little aggressive, you want to go for an initiative play, there's this constant fear. If you die, the round's over.
It is. It's a little bit of a tricky one as well. And you really never want to let your team down like that. But, yeah, as you said, on for 40 if this momentum keeps up. But Mongols biting back a little bit here. Keeping the game competitive. Keeping themselves in it. And the map sort of goes quiet now, pushing up.
Definitely taking a bit of ground. bLitz has got a good position as well if he gets the timing right. AWP in towards CT. Okay, hasteka's dropped. Mizuno caught crossing into word as well. bLitz needs to win this fight, and he doesn't. Dobu picks off his head. And they're going to regroup, head over towards this A site. It's all on 9-10s. Try and deny this. 20 seconds left. He peeks right into the sniper, who's honed in on his angle. And just like that, the round flips over. Techno. Oh, spams through. Bit of damage, but can't deny the plant. And a 2v1, surely not again.
I think he wants it. We'll have wanting just to evade. Slyly moving out the way. He's read it, though.
Too deep. Molly's way too deep. Kabal. Oh, that's just clean. Flies out. Running headshot with the AK. 31 to 13 he now sits. 130 ADR. What a beast.
That is a crazy number. Really padding the stats there as well. Now, there's nobody else that's really sort of been on his level frag-wise. Even the series, really. Absolutely dominant showing. And as you said, I really don't think ATOX would be anywhere near where they are right now without that sort of ADR being that high. Absolutely dominant force here that they've been struggling to shut down a little bit.
Mick behind this smoke, flashes through. Nade should do some good damage. There it is, Dobu. It slam dunks him down to below half health. Mizuno In a bit of trouble, though, as he flies out. Corliss will pick him off. Nowhere he can go with a molly at his feet. A nice trade puts us into a 4-on-4.
Completely smoked off of sight here. Ooh, shot through the smoke. We'll find hasteka.
Techno. Good position from CT. Just needs to spot the leg. There it is. But can't find the kill. Oh, it's so messy. And Yami comes out on top. Will he be able to find the second as well? Frankly, it doesn't matter. It's a 4v2. bLitz will finish him off. But Yami's done his job. He's gone above and beyond.
There's no kit.
14. It's 14 here for ATOX. Yeah, no kit, no time. Mongols have got to let this one go.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. They're such a dominant showing on map 1 coming into this. A little bit weaker than ATOX. 1 point away from map point here. Of course, this is do or die for these teams as well. This is the lower bracket. It means they only get this best of 3 to keep themselves in it. So really, every round does matter here. And ATOX really needs to win this to keep the series going, to keep their dream of going to Sydney alive here.
Yeah, I'd be a little worried if I was the Mongols right now. Obviously, they're a map up, so a little bit of weight off their shoulders. But yeah, I'm not surprised they're calling a timeout, because this is starting to slip away from them. This is their map pick. The third map is Anubis, and it's a little bit up in the air. It's one that neither team really plays. So, yeah, the Mongols... I don't want to be too sort of cutthroat, but I feel like the Mongols need to win. They need to win this closed qualifier, and they need, like, obviously they need to win this map, but they need to win the closed qualifier to go to Sydney, because in my eyes, they're kind of the only team that actually have a chance of doing well at Sydney based on their major results. These guys actually have, like, experience playing against the tier 1 teams. They've actually got what it takes to take down these tier 1 opponents. So they just need to get over this final hurdle, and they're actually really struggling to do so.
They are indeed. And it's not going well for them. Man disadvantage already. They have managed to keep the offside, and they do manage to close that gap a little bit. But again, Techno in this clutch once more. We've said it so many times, and he's done it once. Hasn't really been able to find success at subsequent times.
This is third 2v1. I will have the element of surprise coming in from Palace. The issue is in the first couple of seconds, yeah, he had a freebie. But now enough time's passed, things have gone silent, and they're suspecting that he might be coming in from behind. So they've gone into CT, they've taken the control, and they're wary. They're very, very wary. Smoke on the bomb, flash over the top. He's going to try and hold this down as they spam through. Bullets missing. Ooh. It's Dobu's stray one through the smoke that'll do the job. 15 on the board for ATOX. 6 chances to close this out. No margin for error for the Mongols, and not a lot of money to actually bolster them there either. Oh, this is rough. This is really rough.
It is.
FAMAS, 2 FAMASes, 3 FAMASes, and 2 M4s is all they have to work with.
2 FAMAS, 3 FAMAS more.
Yeah, 4 FAMAS, 5 FAMAS. We can't
6
go any higher than that.
FAMAS?
No, that's all they've got. It'd be silly to have 6 FAMASes. Come on, don't be silly. You can't have 6 FAMASes.
Not with that mentality, you can't. And one of the FAMASes has gone, so really it's only 2 FAMASes now.
And the FAMAS said, no more FAMASes jumping on the bed. Oh, and another one's gone. Oh no, that's an M4. Alright, well.
Oh, but it finds a kill, it finds a kill.
It finds a kill, it swaps out to an 8k, maybe chance for some bigger damage. 9-10. Oh, flying around the edge of this smoke. No, it's just too dangerous. Yami's gonna catch him out for it. Mizuno. Well, he needs to go big here.
Really does. We'll possibly have a bit of a chance to engage here. A little bit worrying though, because the play from Palace, a little bit of pressure there. Knows that someone's there from the nade. Ooh, clean kill. Drive-by shooting around the corner, but will be traded. And now it's just Techno once again. 1v3 this time. With the FAMAS, you know? With the much talked about FAMAS.
He's always in these situations, and after his first clutch, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, this guy's a little clutch meister. But since then, he hasn't had much success in these kind of scenarios. I think he just made a bit of noise as well, so Kabal knows exactly what's up. Big kill from Techno, though. Puts it into the 2-on-1. Bomb's going to work its way around to the bomb site. As they start to plant it, does he realise Kabal's on the stairs? Even if he does, he's still got a lot to do to find that jewel, and Nick will be able to catch him on the cross regardless. So a massive, massive map win for the ATOX side. And I can't believe they pull it off, frankly.
Absolutely.
I'm gobsmacked. But we're going to a third. It's 2 full 3 mappers.
It is 3 whole maps. That's 6 maps that they have had.